that, and Comrade just continuing to make their presence, and continuing their dominance. They're getting tan as well before they fall to that Rainmaker. That was a quick triple from Comrade.
Yeah, that may have saved the game there because it sure looked like numbers had flipped solidly back for CC there as they're forced to retreat back into mid. Now, I don't know how often they've attempted a flank from the far side. I don't know that they can with their comp, but numbers will still be even here. They've got to make something happen. The Rainmaker resets and they lose it in elbow. This is like 2 fights they have to win in the final few seconds.
Yeah, and that's going to be difficult, especially if you have that stamp available for Moonshine there. It will go down, and the Kraken just popped really to stay alive, but with 15 seconds left, the map is all mainly blue and mid here. 10 seconds left. Tan has the life of Coral Convergence in their hands right now. If they go down, this will be GG's, and Moonshine will go 2 up. They need to make sure this overtime push counts, as they basically have to go for a knockout here if they want to stay in it.
Don't let Comrade end this game on you. You see Comrade coming in on the Rainmaker. Is going to get picked. The hammer is also at the ready. Is thrown, and the hammer snipe will take Moonshine up to a 2-0 set lead, beating Coral Convergence on likely one of their best map modes, and the FTIU trophy is within smelling distance for Moonshine.
Yet to drop a map and continuing to go through that. You worried about Comrade. You were able to quickly shut down Comrade, but you forgot about the other frontline presence. Gaming with a beautiful hammer throw to end things right there. And we're moving on to moving on to set point here, looking at Mahi Mahi zones, which we were talking about earlier, Sofa.
Yeah, I think that Coral Convergence has really shown their strength in this set. I think that they're still playing very well, and they've had good leads for huge portions of both games. It's just when things get clutch, that clutch combo of Moonshine, of the Comrade and Gaming, has been able to clutch it out both times with the excellent support from T, with the excellent, head it and pencil play. It's just been so tough to, beat a team that has that clutch gene that Moonshine clearly has.
100%, and we know the quirk of Mahi Mahi, which is the entire map basically expands itself after around the 60-point mark. What do you expect from these teams when that happens?
Well, what should happen is you should take the time to paint up the new area if you're the team in control, and just continue to farm special to retain that control. So it's so crucial that you be the one to get that water down in this mode, and if you can, man, you can kind of cheese the special cycle a little bit.
Yes, we're moving on to Game 3. Moonshine potentially going for the sweep. Coral Convergence. This could be the start of a reverse sweep if they can at least get this match, but no more mistakes can be had from them. Moonshine has been so strong throughout this. Let's see if they continue that presence here. As we see, the zone will be had in Moonshine's favor already, but is still heavily contested as both teams are just painting over, getting these picks. Coral Convergence does come out on top, though, with kills going their way.
I like this start with the Stamper rolling out to assist. Oh my gosh, this is all Coral Convergence in the opening, as it seems like Moonshine's getting caught super isolated along the sides here. The Zipcaster coming in, a teammate rolling in alongside it, trying to evade the pencil, is going to get caught out there though. And oh, that water, is it going to drop quite yet? Yes, it's barely going to get the drop. But Moonshine, Comrade getting a crazy pick. The drop, though, came just in time for Moonshine to take advantage of a new lockout phase with all that extra ink in their favor.
Yeah, great initial push from Coral Convergence just to get that initial lead. However, now Moonshine, like you just mentioned, now has all this space to operate and get that locked out themselves, as they will take lead here. Kraken being popped on the side of Coral Convergence, really just to try to make their presence known, but not finding quite as much value. Shark will get the cooler off for their team, and Keeley will take out Comrade, so this could be the opportunity they need to push in, but worry about Gaming. No, Gaming will be shut down as well. 30 seconds left on Moonshine's point counter.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. You've got to try and find a time to flip it soon. Otherwise, this is your tournament, and you lose one along the side there in a crucial pick. You lose two. Now it's just a Rage Blaster and a Stamper. They can't even paint. You've got to protect this jump so that you can get this zone and avoid losing here. But it looks like that's going to be it. Moonshine says, thanks for the new map. Thanks for letting the water drop. We'll take it from here. And a 3-0 sweep will crown Moonshine as your newest From the Ink Up champions.
Moonshine were dominant from start to finish in this map, in this set, in this tournament. They did not drop a single map if we ignored the DC here, which I'm going to 100% do because they were just dominant throughout this entire thing. I thought personally, I don't know about you, Sofa, I thought this was going all 5 games, but Moonshine just completely changed gears and just boosted their way through this entire set so fast and swept Coral Convergence.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you could make the argument that Aurora was also underseeded or was also, not necessarily expected to be in gold bracket this time around. So it's like, okay, well, Coral Convergence 2-0'd them on stream as a great defensive performance. But then off stream, they beat the number 1 seed. So like you said, we're both thinking coming in here, wow, this set's going to be close. If Coral Convergence is able to take down the 1 seed, but it wasn't. Moonshine was just too darn good on this day. However, I think Coral Convergence, they're not going anywhere. They're going to be a top contender in From the Ink Up. Hopefully, they're hoping only one more week to come.
100%. GG's to Coral Convergence. They had a hell of a tournament run as they were not like you mentioned, they were not expected to do this well at all, being the 19th seed. And Ely, at the very least, they can hold their heads high as they did play 2nd place, and they can say that they did take down the number 1 seed in this as well. But yeah, just GG's all around. Well, aggressive played from Moonshine, as that seems to be the predominant, the most predominant type of comp that we see, just high energy, aggressive fighting comps.
Donks are high on Splatoon teams with the word moon in them. Moonlight, Moonshine. Hey, these guys won From the Ink Up, and they are roaring ever higher. I'm curious to know. I'm going to be checking my little Battlefy as soon as I'm done commentating here to see if either or both of these teams are playing in low ink tomorrow. Moonshine especially, I'm eager to see how they do after sweeping through From the Ink Up with effectively a lossless run to the championship here. But congratulations once again to all of our participants. And we would be remiss if we did not mention our 3rd place finalist. It looks like that set is still not quite done. But either way, folks, thank you for joining us for a terrific tournament. Rocket, where can we find you between now and your next appearance?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Rocket_Splat. You can find me on Discord at RocketY. I am always down to conversate about anything. I'm hoping to get my Twitch up. It's the same as my Twitter at Rocket_Splat. But enough about me. Where can these people find you, Sofa?
Thank you, Rocket. My name, once again, is Sofa King. I'm the captain of the Whip Rays. Can be found on Twitter at Sofa King Stream. We hope you will join us again in just a few weeks for From the Ink Up number 62. Good night, everybody.